Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Viraj and today we guys are going to discuss exception handling in a Python. First thing, exceptions are nothing but the errors which is going to stop our program by execution. So if there is any exception occurred, program will going to crash. There are some scenario where we need to handle these exception. And there are some scenario when we need to raise the exception as well. So there are both the scenario where we need to erase and where we need to handle. So today we are going to talk about handling the exception. To achieve this, we need to use a try and except block. We can see this one of the example on my screen, a equal to 10, b equal to 0, and this is going to end up with the division by 0 because we cannot do that. 10 divided by 0, this is not possible. And that's why the program is going to end up with the error 0 division error divided by 0. How we can handle this program? So to handle this, we need to write a try, some logic, except. So try is a block which is going to execute every time. If there is any error found, then except block is going to get executed automatically. If there is no error in a try block, except block is not going to execute. So we can simply say that except block accept or accepts error, or it handles the error. Similarly, there is one more syntax, try, except and finally. So both the things remain same, try and except. The finally is something going to execute every time. Doesn't matter there is an error or not. So for example, if we take a same example, 10 divided by 0, this is we have put in a try block, then exception is going to occur and the finally is also going to execute. But if you put something like 10 divided by 2, except block is not going to get executed, but finally will get executed. So doesn't matter whether there is an error or not. Similarly, try, except, else, finally. So else is something going to get executed if there is no error found in a try block. If there is an error, then try, except and finally will get executed. But if there is no error, try, else and finally will get executed. So this is how the entire workflow happens. Same thing we will see in a practical session, guys. Exception handling. Example number 1. Try a equal to 10, b equal to 20, or let me put it outside. Print a divided by b, except error occurred. So we can see that there is no error right now, and that's why it is executing smooth and fine. Similar code we have just cut copy pasted, and now if I put a 0, now error occurred message is going to print it. The reason is here we are having a error. If it type something like this 0, so we will see that the program is not executing and it is throwing an error. Here the same scenario is get handled, and this is nothing but the exception handling. Similarly, we can extend this particular topic and we can see the finally and else. Example number 2. A equal to 10, b equal to 0, try, print a divided by b, occurred, or we can simply write a error handled. Finally will execute every time. So we can see that error handled and finally will execute every time. Similarly, if we just write a 2, then 5.0, and we can see this. So this time it is not printing the error handle. The reason is there is no error is in a try block. So if there is no error in a try block, still the finally will get executed. If there is an error in a try block, then except and finally will get executed. Let's see the one more example. Example number 3 with the else. A equal to 10, B equal to 0, try, print A divided by B, except print error occurred, else there is no error found. Finally, print finally will execute every time. So we can replace this message with the anything. So right now there is a error. So what will happen? First it will go to the try block. There is a error found. Then except block is going to get executed and directly finally is going to get executed. What if there is no error? So for example, if I am doing something like a 5, then what will happen? Try block is going to get executed. Then else is going to get executed and finally. Even we can modify this program in such a way that so we can create a C equal to A divided by B and we can say that result is we can see this result is 2.0. What if you wanted to show the error message instead of an error occurred, if I just wanted to display the meaningful message? So for example, if I'm doing a 0, so it return an error occurred. So every time it will say that error occurred, but we wanted to see that what kind of error is occurring. So for that we need to use an exception class. So how we can do that? In an example 4 we can see this. Example number 4. Cut, copy, paste the same code, and here we are going to write a exception as E. Error occurred hyphen comma E. So we can see that division by 0 error. What if I'm going to do something like A? So it is going to say that unsupported operand type. So this is how we can actually see that what kind of error is occurring and we can log this information, and this will help a developer to understand the betterly and fix that particular error. So this is how we can achieve the exception handling. So this is a really simple example where we are seeing A equal to 10, B equal to 0 or A or something like that. Similar thing we are going to implement in a banking application where we are going to explore exception handling as well as how to raise the exception at point to point. So thank you so much for watching this video guys. See you in a next.